welcome to my channel. ഏവർക്കും എൻ്റെ ചാനലിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. So today we will be discussing some of the NHS jobs or the NHS interview dates on air will be discussed for today's session, and the materials are provided by Envertis Consultancy. I have already prepared a video related with this consultancy, what all are the benefits, what all are the relocation packages, who all can apply, all those things I have already discussed in my previous video. I'll be putting the link of that video in my description box along with the website as well as the email address of this consultancy, so that you can directly send your resume to this consultancy. Along with that, we will be discussing few of the question and answers of our specialty. Especially from this session onwards, I have meant for starting up the class. So the topic for today's class is physics of MRI, the basic physics of MRI. Along with that, we will be discussing one of the query I have received for HCPC. So patiently watch till the end, so that in between I will be discussing about this query. ആൻഡ് ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരുപാട് മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജ് എക്സാംസും പല എക്സാംസും അപ്ലിഫ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തതുകൊണ്ട് കുറച്ച് ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ തീരുമാനിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇന്നത്തെ ടോപ്പിക് ബേസിക് ഫിസിക്സ് ഓഫ് MRI ആണ്. വരും ദിവസങ്ങളിൽ അതിൻ്റെ ഡീപ്പ് ഫിസിക്സിലേക്ക് പോകുന്നതായിരിക്കും. ഇന്ന് സിമ്പിൾ ഫിസിക്സ് ആണ്, ബേസിക്സ് ആയിട്ട് തുടങ്ങുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ എപ്പോഴും പറയുന്ന പോലെ ഇതിനിടയിൽ ഇപ്പോഴും സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യാത്ത കൂട്ടുകാരുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എൻ്റെ ക്ലാസ്സുകളെല്ലാം ഇഷ്ടമാണെങ്കിൽ ദയവായി സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. ഒപ്പം ഫ്രണ്ട്സിനോടും കൊളീഗ്സിൻ്റെ ഇടയിലേക്ക് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുക. മാക്സിമം എന്നെ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ് തുടങ്ങാം അല്ലേ? സോ പേഷ്യൻ്റ്ലി വാച്ച് ടിൽ ദ എൻഡ് ആൻഡ് സ്റ്റേ ട്യൂൺഡ്. The vacancy is for nurses for Oxford University Hospital NHS Foundation Trust. The vacancy department is anesthesia and recovery room, and the interview is happening on 28 September 2021, and send your resumes at recruitment@envertis.com. The next vacancy is also for nurses for mental health nurses for an NHS Foundation Trust, and the interview is happening on 29 September 2021. You may send your resumes at recruitment@envertis.com. The next vacancy is also for nurses for Virar University Teaching Hospital NHS Foundation Trust, and the vacancy department is medical and surgical ward, and the interview is happening on 29 September 2021, and send your resumes at recruitment@envertis.com. So let us begin today's session with part 6 exam tips for radiography. So let's begin with an introduction for MRI, that is magnetic resonance imaging. Let's see what is magnetism. Magnetism is the fundamental property of matter generated by moving charges. So every matter possesses a magnetic susceptibility, and based on this susceptibility they are divided into diamagnetic, paramagnetic and ferromagnetic. So let's see each one in detail. So what is diamagnetic material? The material which is having negative susceptibility and which oppose the applied magnetic field. So the material which oppose the applied magnetic field is diamagnetic. For examples are calcium and water. Whereas in the case of paramagnetic, the material that have slightly positive susceptibility and that will enhance the applied magnetic field is known as paramagnetic material. Example is gadolinium contrast agent. So the contrast medium which is used in MRI is gadolinium. This is a frequently asked question. And the third one is a ferromagnetic, the material having higher positive susceptibility that will enhance the external field or the external magnetic field. The examples are iron, cobalt and nickel.
So what is a magnetic field? The magnetic field has direction that depends on the sign and the direction of the charge motion. So the magnetic field strength B or the magnetic flux density, how we will define is it is the number of magnetic lines of force per unit area. So the magnetic field strength B or the magnetic flux density is the number of magnetic lines of force per unit area, and its SI unit is Tesla. Tesla. So the unit for the magnetic field strength is Tesla and its alternative unit is Gauss. So 10,000 Gauss equal to 1 Tesla. So these all are the frequently asked question. The unit for the magnetic field strength and 1 Tesla is how much Gauss. So again let us see the hydrogen characteristics. You all have learned about an atom in your plus 2 or in your school life itself. You have learned about Bohr atom model. So an atom comprises of an orbiting electron with a center nucleus, and this nucleus is comprised of neutrons and protons. So these electrons, protons and neutrons are known as fundamental particles. So let us see the basic principle of MRI. The basic principle of MRI is nuclear magnetic resonance. So this is a frequently asked question, which is the basic principle of MRI. It is NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance. So from that itself you understood that MRI is interested or deals with something nucleus. Okay. So all these elements means the hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and phosphorus are the nuclei which are present in the human body, and they are really suitable for MR imaging. But apart from all these nuclei, hydrogen is scoring over other nuclei in terms of their isotonic abundance, magnetic moment, physiologic concentration and relative sensitivity. Since as I said in my previous class that 90% of the human body is comprises of water. So the chemical formula for water is H2O. So let us have a look to the nucleus of the hydrogen atom. The nucleus of the hydrogen atom is a single positively charged proton. The fundamental particles spin on their own axis and the hydrogen nucleus is thus a continuously rotating positive charge. So how a charge is attained means from basic electromagnetism tells us that a moving charge, the flow of charge is a current, has an associated magnetic field. So a moving charge means that is a current has an associated magnet. It is inducing a magnetic field. So the proton generates its own tiny field known as its magnetic moment. So this is the physical properties of various nuclei suitable for MR imaging. Here you can see the nucleus, hydrogen, phosphorus, sodium, oxygen, its percentage of isotonic abundance, magnetic moment, relative physiological concentration, relative sensitivity and gyromagnetic ratio. So from this figure you see the gyromagnetic ratio for hydrogen. It is 42.58. So what does precession mean? The options are given. The first option is the spinning of hydrogen proton around their own axis is precession, or change in orientation of the hydrogen molecules when exposed to radio waves at the Lambda frequency. The wobble of hydrogen proton exposed to a large magnetic field. The option B is water molecules gain an extra molecule of hydrogen when exposed to a magnetic field? The answer is C. The wobble of hydrogen proton exposed to a large magnetic field. So MRI deals with the protons. This is a frequently asked question. MRI deals with proton, and the wobble of the hydrogen proton when exposed to a large magnetic field is known as precession. Proton and magnetic field. If the proton is placed in a strong magnetic field, it can't align exactly with the external field. It experiences a turning force known as torque. Torque means a force that tends to cause rotation, which makes it precise around the direction of the field. Since a randomly arranged proton comes under a strong magnetic field, it can't align exactly with the external field since it experiences a torque. And this precession is analogous to the wobbling of the spinning top tilted slightly off axis so that it experiences a torque due to gravity. The precessional frequency of a proton is found to be proportional to the external magnetic field, and it is given by Lamarr equation. The given below is the Lamarr equation. Means the Lamarr frequency in megahertz, and gamma means the gyromagnetic ratio, which is expressed in megahertz per or Tesla, and B0 or B is the strength of the static magnetic field in Tesla. It can be rewritten as 2 pi f. F is the frequency equals to gamma B0, where f is equal to gamma by 2 pi B0 means larger the magnetic field, higher will be the precessional frequency and higher will be the energy separation. So we will be discussing about the energy separation in our next session. So in the case of a hydrogen, the proton precessional frequency for 0.5 Tesla, it is 21.29. For 1 Tesla, it is 42.58. For 1.5 Tesla, it is 63.87. And for 3 Tesla, it is 127.74 megahertz. And here you can see a figure, that is B0 is the main magnetic field, and that arrow which is given in blue color is the proton, and it will be precising. Okay, how like പമ്പരം കറങ്ങുന്ന പോലെ ഇത് പ്രിസൈസ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടേയിരിക്കും. Again, just grade you with these following questions. The first question is, name the contrast used in MRI. Give an example for ferromagnetic substance, a material that is weakly repelled by the magnetic field. SI unit for magnetic field strength. 1 Tesla is equal to how much Gauss? Name the basic principle of MRI. Lamarr frequency is equal to dash into strength of magnetic field, or give the equation for Lamarr frequency. MRI principle deals with which particle? In the case of hydrogen, the proton precessional frequency is how much for 3 Tesla? What is meant by the wobble of hydrogen protons exposed to large magnetic field? Or what is happening when a proton is exposed to a large magnetic field? Then susceptibility is negative for material. So give the name of the material which is having a negative susceptibility. The frequency of precession is related to the dash of the magnetic field. That means B0. So if you are scoring 12 out of 12 means you are clear with the class, or else you have to repeatedly watch the video twice or thrice. So you will get a clear idea, and you just try these questions once more, since these questions are frequently asked for many exams. So with that, I am coming to the end of the today's session. We will be continuing this class of MRI in our next session. So patiently wait for my next update.
Hope you are happy with today's session. Today I have started up with the simple physics of MRI. We will be continuing this topic in the next sessions. So patiently watch for the next upload. And I have to discuss some of the query I have received for HCPC was related with UK NARIC, how to apply for UK NARIC. You can simply Google it up as UK NARIC, then you will be receiving their website. Go to that website and go to this area that how to apply. Just click on to that. Then you have to register your all your details, that your surname, all those things, your email address. Then you will receive an alert in your email address. Click to that alert and you can directly upload your certificate. You have to upload your certificate as well as the transcript. And this UK NARIC is simply that make sure that it is meeting the standard of proficiency of the English in UK. This is what it is comparing. So you have to do some online payment also. After it is, there is a fast track option is also there. With that you can apply for UK NARIC. Usually this UK NARIC is needed at the time of visa processing, and this UK NARIC can be applied only for graduates. Means the graduates can only apply for UK NARIC. And one of my viewer have already shared with me that in spite of IELTS, they have submitted UK NARIC and they got HCPC registration. So it is also some another highlighted news. So you have to apply with English declaration form. Once HCPC is not satisfactory with that, they will be asking for a missing document as English language proficiency test. At that time, you have to think of either IELTS, or if you have completed your graduation, you can move ahead with this UK NARIC. With UK NARIC also, many of them have got HCPC registration. One another query was related that I have UK NARIC, whether I have to do HCPC registration was one another query. UK NARIC is something different and HCPC registration is something different. So in the session 5 related with English area, you have to give English as your first language and try with your declaration form. If it gets rejected, you have to think of IELTS or UK NARIC. This was the query. അപ്പോൾ വരും സെഷനുകളിൽ ഇനിയും കൂടുതൽ ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കും. എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ ക്ലാസ്സുകളും ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസും എല്ലാം ഷെയർ ചെയ്യണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്നെ കോൺടാക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാവുന്നതാണ്. എൻ്റെ ഇമെയിൽ അഡ്രസ്സും എൻ്റെ വാട്സപ്പ് നമ്പറും ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഡിസ്ക്രിപ്ഷൻ ബോക്സിൽ കൊടുക്കുന്നതായിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്നെ ഡയറക്റ്റ്ലി കോൺടാക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാവുന്നതാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഏതെങ്കിലും ടോപ്പിക്സ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്യാം. അപ്പോൾ പേഷ്യൻ്റ്ലി വാച്ച് ഓർ പേഷ്യൻ്റ്ലി വെയിറ്റ് ഫോർ മൈ നെക്സ്റ്റ് update. With that, I'm winding up today's session. അപ്പോൾ മറക്കണ്ട, കൂട്ടുകാരുടെ എത്തിക്കാനും ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാനും സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യാനും ബെല്ലൈക്കൺ അനേബിൾ ചെയ്യാനും ഒന്നും മറക്കണ്ട. അപ്പോൾ വളരെ പേഷ്യൻ്റ്ലി ക്ഷമയോടുകൂടി വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത അപ്ലോഡിന് വേണ്ടി. Until then, stay safe and stay